Good morning, darlings. Okay, so today what you need to do is write me a broadsheet newspaper article based on the question, the statement in front of you. It says, people in today's society want all of the rights and none of the responsibilities. Now, I immediately think that you will have quite a strong reaction to this, one way or the other. So what you need to do then is you need to think about the reasons that you want to discuss for this either occurring or not occurring, depending on whether you agree or disagree, or to what extent do you agree, because you might think, yeah, in some cases that's true, but other cases people do want the responsibility and they do take on the responsibility. So before you start writing, you should plan this. And what should happen is you should think about the 5 W's and a H. 5 W's and a H. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay, so who are these people who do or do not want the rights and the responsibilities? What do they want? What are they not willing to do, maybe? Or what are they willing to do for what rights? When do we see this happening? Why do we see this happening? Who, what, when, where, why, who, what, when, where, why, and then how. Either how do we see this happening or how did this come about? How is it, so if you are agreeing with this statement, how is it that this came about? How is it that people want all of the rights and all the responsibilities? Or how is it that actually people do want the right and they do want the responsibility? So if I were you, I would plan this first, and then I would consider how I'm going to structure my article to persuade my reader to agree with me. So don't forget, when you are doing something like this, you need to use, she says, you need to use De Forester, and then plus you need to use your normal methods. You need to use your De Forester, your direct address, alliteration, your fact, opinion, your rhetorical questions, your emotive language, your statistics, your triplets, your exaggeration, your repetition, and you need to put in there, for really sophisticated writing, you need to put in your similes, your pathetic fallacy, or personification, probably your personification more than pathetic fallacy. You do need to put in some metaphors perhaps, and some similes or some sibilants to reinforce your arguments. Okay, these are the sorts of things that we need to see in sophisticated writing. So this should take you, in the exam for a question like this, you'd have 45 minutes, but I honestly think that if you're going to do this well and you're preparing yourself for arguing in essays for A-level, that you could perhaps take a little longer about something like this and really, really think carefully about what it is that you want to write. You could make sure for your statistics that they are perhaps percentages. You cite your sources. And now, of course, in the exam, you would have to make them up, but they'd have to sound realistic. You can't just say 100% of people or whatever it is, because that's never, ever going to happen. So this is your work for today. So it might take you more than an hour's worth of work. And that's fine if it takes you this lesson and next lesson. That's absolutely okay. If you plan it first using the 5 W's and a H, that's a great idea. And if you want to send that to me to check that you've got some great ideas, please feel free to do that. It's entirely up to you. If you want to just dive straight in without checking with me first, that's okay as well. I don't mind at all. So yeah, and then this will be, you need to send this to me as soon as you're done, and obviously I will take it in and mark it in due course. And yeah, if there are any questions, you know where I am. You can tweet me at Miss Hine English, or you can email me if you're stuck. You can discuss literally anything with this, and I know some people will have some quite current events in mind. Some people might have some events from the recent past in mind, and some people might even go back to when people were responsible and but didn't have as many rights, or where they were responsible and had the rights they deserved. Or you might want to look at when that balance changed, if you think it did, if you agree with this statement. It's entirely up to you. There's plenty of scope here for you to flex your intellectual muscles. So I'm really looking forward to reading what you have to say, because you are the next generation, don't forget. And yeah, I'm really interested. So take care, stay safe, email me if you need any help, or if you want me to check anything, and I will see you soon.